Cats are the most popular pet in North America, with at least one cat in about 30% of homes in the United States. However, many people have the same complaints about their adorable furry friends. Cats can be distant, violent, and seemingly unpredictable. I say seemingly because all it takes is a little knowledge about your cat to understand their behavior and how to change it for the better. Lucky enough, the more common issues that cats obtain to drive people away are the easiest to fix. 3 of those issues being damaging furniture, attacking hands, and disliking guests or certain familiar people. A cat with one or all of these tendencies can throw a wrench in the relationship between the cat and the owner. It can even cause damage to other relationships in the home. But before you throw in the towel with your cat or decide to settle with a frustrating or hurtful relationship, consider my insight and advice. After understanding the reasons behind these behaviors and with a few tips on how to readjust them, you won't hate to love your finicky feline. One of the main issues that isn't harmful but still really annoying is damaging furniture, jumping on furniture, or scratching furniture. Cats like to have high vantage points, and they also like to be where the owners are. That can include countertops and tables. For many obvious reasons, people don't want their cats up there. But instead of punishing your cat by yelling, pushing them off, or spraying them with a water bottle, try to encourage your cat to want to stay away from that on his own accord. Do this by buying mats that are uncomfortable to the paw. Pet stores have mats for such reasons, like ones with rubber tips. It doesn't hurt the cat, it's just an uncomfortable feel. Or if you don't want to spend money, get a piece of cardboard and wrap tape around it so the sticky side is up. Place the mats or the sticky boards on the countertops. The cat will jump on and then immediately jump back off. After a while, the cat will realize that it's not comfortable to be up there and will have no desire to be up there. After a couple weeks, you can take away the mats and the boards, and the cat will still have no desire to jump on those countertops or tables. Now, when it comes to scratching the furniture, a lot of people like to have their cats declawed. However, that's the equivalent of taking a person's fingers off at the knuckle. I encourage you to let the cat act on his scratching urges. You can buy scratching posts or boards and place them next to the furniture that the cat likes to scratch. If the cat isn't immediately attracted to the post, put some catnip on it, it'll draw him to it. This will take away the scratching from the furniture and onto the posts, redirecting the scratching urges. It is important, however, that you get a post that your cat's going to like. Pay attention to his scratching habits. Does he like to scratch up or on the floor? And also, you want to get one that's taller or longer than he can reach. You want to find a post that's attractive to your cat, or else the appeal will wear away quickly and the damage to your furniture will resume. A harmful behavior that a lot of people have with their cats is attacking their hands, whether it's because your cat wants to play or because your cat is annoyed. A lot of people aren't aware that the cat is even exhibiting these desires or behaviors. If your cat bites or swats at your hands upon approach, they most likely are trying to play. Cats will play with anything that moves, that includes you. So what you want to do is disassociate your hands with playing. Go out and buy cat toys, particularly something on a stick or a string, that removes the attention away from your hands. And don't ever play with your hands. If you want the hand attacks to stop, you need to be consistent with the toys. If you're petting your cat and everything seems nice and calm, but then out of nowhere, the cat turns around and attacks your hand, then what do? Well, I can tell you the cat is now annoyed or is uncomfortable, and that it did not come out of nowhere. The cat warned you, it's just you didn't notice it. You need to pay attention to cat signs, what the cat's trying to tell you. If the tail starts to twitch, or the cat stiffens up, or he turns away from you, then he's telling you, you need to stop what you're doing, or I don't want to be bothered right now. If you ignore these signs, you will get hit. One of the main problems that tends to cause a huge disruption in the family or between friends or other relatives is when the cat dislikes guests or certain familiar people. the cat will either avoid the people or person altogether or will attack them. Either are very problematic. If a cat runs and hides whenever there are guests, that means it feels scared and threatened. It doesn't feel comfortable and confident in its own home, which is a big problem for the cat. It can be very harmful. What you need to do is create a safe zone for your cat. Like I said before, cats like to have high vantage points. They like to scope out the area from a safe distance. So create your safe zone by buying cat trees or cat perches, or even go so far as to install shelves along the walls so your cat can walk on, so it can be a part of the area without feeling threatened. It gains its confidence back, and you have a social cat again. Now, the most damaging thing your cat can do that affects the people involved the most is when the cat attacks, when it doesn't like it. If the cat attacks new guests or certain people that it's familiar with, then it either feels threatened or at some point associate that person with something bad. For whatever the reason, assuming the cat isn't getting harmed, you need to associate good things with that person, such as food and play. Have new guests give the cat a treat upon arrival and have toys spread out, so that'll draw attention away from your guests. Eventually, the cat will realize new guests mean food and play. Same thing with the familiar person, except the person that's being attacked needs to be the one feeding the cat and playing with it. It needs to associate good things with that person. Have the person feed the cat meals and play with them every day, routinely, consistently. After a while, the cat will develop a comfortable relationship with that person and the attacks will stop. Hopefully, with all this newfound knowledge, you will have a better relationship with your cat. The key that I want to continue to emphasize with success for these steps is consistency. Consistency is key. Using these tips only once or a couple times will not result in permanent change in your cat's behavior. However, I also want to point out that my advice may not be helpful if your cat's behavior is a result of a physical or medical problem. So take your cat to the vet annually or when you feel your cat's behavior is unusual or erratic. Otherwise, if you follow my advice, I can guarantee that you and your cat will be happier. It will even lessen the tension between friends and family that once was caused by your cat's undesirable behavior. So good luck and have fun with your adorable furry friend.